You gotta love it, Heather B. You gotta love it. Big round of applause, man.
Yes.
They got the dynamic duel together. This is better than Batman and Robin right here. Trust me, man. And that clip is from Operation Aunties, premiering this Friday, July 11th, exclusively on AMC Network, streamer Allblk. Mm-hmm. And what can we say about these two amazing individuals who have impacted our lives?
Period.
Transcended eras with greatness. Mm-hmm. And when you look at them today, you swear they're just maybe 5 years removed from high school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, won't he do it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm actually going to read. I usually memorize, but I'm going to read, Heather.
Okay.
Because I remember as a kid watching Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, you pulling out my 70s work joints.
Because I always tell you, Tisha, that's when I had my first crush.
You better respect the decades.
Okay, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
40th year anniversary next year. Yeah. Congratulations. That's crazy. School Days. The House Party franchise.
Period.
Another 48 hours. Boomerang.
Pew, 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 pew.
My Wife and Kids.
Yes, sir.
Act Your Age.
Yes.
Soul Train Awards.
What?
Martin. NAACP Image Award nominations.
Let's go.
Oh, man, she's done it all, and she continues to do it. And one of the most transparent, honest people you're going to meet in entertainment. Mm-hmm. One of the most skilled and experienced people you're going to meet in front of a camera or behind a mic.
Yes.
An outstanding mom. I see her on social media, how she teaches her son how to dance, and they're both offbeat, but she still hangs in there.
You know what, Sway? That cancer
they are not me. They got some genes that I did not contribute to.
Okay, well, somebody did. I don't know. I'm just saying. 1, 2, 1, 2. I won 2.5.
Oh my gosh!
I want to welcome this amazing, incredible, spirited human being back to the show.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh man, I'm proud to know her. I'm proud that she knows me.
Yes.
You know, you can look at people for decades, Wendy, and they don't know you.
Yep.
Right.
They don't know your heart. You know, and when Tisha says hi to me, I know she knows me. This is family. I want to say welcome back to the show. Give it up for Tisha Campbell.
Yes, the one and the only.
Hey.
The one and the only. Thank you. Wow. I'm so glad to see y'all up in here.
Up in here.
Late.
You at home. Y'all got some smiles on your face. You're both glowing. Y'all been in the sun. What the heck?
Sway got me a new shower head. He
Okay.
he
That
got
worked good on y'all.
the new filter.
The new filter. Get that filter shower head.
Okay.
Get that Benjamin Button shower head. Okay.
That's what I need.
The next guest, she came on the show and she may not even remember this. She called in.
Yep.
I called in.
You called in. I want to say during COVID. Was it during COVID?
It was during COVID.
It was during COVID. That's when we couldn't see each other. But she holds a special part in my heart. You know, there was a time when I first went to MTV and I was doing MTV and I was news and I was doing Hot 97 morning show at the same time. And I was doing a syndicated show here in LA that was going everywhere. So I would fly back and forth every weekend from New York to LA. And the big reason why I did that because my daughter was here in LA. And my daughter at that time had aspirations of being an actress. And so her mom put her in Amazing Grace Conservatory, AGC.
Yeah, to this day.
To this day. And I used to fly to town sometimes and drop her off. And Wendy used to say something,
to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late, and to be late is unacceptable.
That's
right. Even if you're flying from New York, Mr. Calloway.
You said that.
I don't give a damn.
And did you bring the check?
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's real.
And I used to look at this woman like, you're who you are, and you're teaching my child.
Yeah.
And
She has a
anytime
special
you
place in
leave,
my heart.
oh my gosh! And you asked about her, and she's in her second year grad school at Howard University.
She's at Howard?
Yes.
Get the hell out. You know I went to Howard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I gotta connect y'all.
Influences all
That's
up
crazy.
in there.
Crazy work.
I love that.
Yes.
And I'm not tripping she's in grad school because black doesn't crack, it just creases.
And spreads.
Spreads.
Yes.
But we know
that's
her.
the part.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Actor, producer, educator,
philanthropist,
director.
Wow.
She's earned multiple NAACP Image Awards nominations. The AGC, which is incredible. The Game, the Steve Harvey Show. I mean, she's incredible. Are you an Emmy award?
Just 2 times.
Yes.
Just twice.
Award. Okay, for the Emmy Award producer, give it up for Wendy Raquel Robinson.
Wow.
Won't he do it?
Wow.
Do it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We're here.
We're here.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all see Heaven?
Heaven is in the building.
Man, we good. God is good.
The smiles that I see on you guys' faces, I swear to you, it warms my heart for real.
Yeah.
Yes. Y'all know we've been in this together.
Yep.
You know, sometimes our paths cross, sometimes it doesn't. But we've always been so supportive of one another.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So to see y'all flying, yo, my heart.
They soaring.
Yo,
Tisha Campbell just gave me goosebumps.
Okay.
But it's the same for y'all, too. Sway and I were talking about y'all this morning and saying, like, Sway, they have projects. Like, do you understand how hard it is
so
to
hard.
get a green, any light in Hollywood?
Any light. Can I get any shine?
No, any shine,
okay,
any
other than
light.
the ring light.
Period.
Absolutely.
And they doing it, Sway, and they're funny and they look good and they're working and producing and like we were just walking and talking this morning about y'all, and so this is beautiful.
Thank
That's just
you.
awesome.
And you know what? The reason why I did Operation Aunties, the movie, that was because Wendy was directing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I knew of her philanthropy work. I knew she was directing children all the time. And I knew that she was going into this direction. It just makes sense. But when she called, I was like, yo, I'm there yesterday. What do you need? Because we worked together and known each other since the 90s, right? You did. You even did the Martin show,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
I
remember
was
that
crazy
episode.
with the
I'm
sugar.
like,
Crazy Vanessa.
With the sugar.
Because I know everything about y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. We were
God.
singing your praises this morning, and
Oh
I was
my
like, I wonder if
gosh.
that's the first time they met.
That
or
was
did
the
you?
first time
It was
we
the
met.
first time. And I was so scared and intimidated because Tisha, was like, shit, still
Oh
is.
my
and it
gosh,
was just
no.
like, it was amazing.
It was the love on
It was
set.
amazing.
No, always gave her
Yeah.
love. But
Can
she
we
was
cuss
the
on
draw.
this or no?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
be
yeah,
quiet.
yeah.
What word you want to tell?
I'm just-
What word you want to say?
Oh, no, I said it already.
Oh, you
so
said
I
it?
was just like, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
send
just
that
kinda
to-
slid it
Thank
in.
you,
I'm sorry.
'cause
I didn't mean to.
I've been trying to watch my, for the sponsors.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry. Okay.
We the sponsors.
Okay, great.
What a sponsor. You all
Great.
right?
That part.
I could be myself.
Okay, yeah.
But it
I'm
was
sorry.
all her. I knew she was going to be a great director. I wanted to work with her in that capacity. And so when this came along, and then she had another project, so she had to go do that. I thought she might have dropped out, but then she came back and she was like, I'm here, let's do it. I was like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yo,
I didn't even read the script before
Wow.
I said
Now
yes
that says a lot.
to her. But I trust her.
Uh-huh.
I know she's a great storyteller, and I trust her. And then I read the script. I was like, okay, we could do this.
Yeah.
And then we got Melissa DeSosa,
Yeah.
who was the icing on the cake. So it was just
It just all came
Kiss me.
together.
Yeah.
So seamless. Yeah.
And it's a power. I mean, it's fun and funny, but it's about a powerful topic, right?
Absolutely.
When
It's
you
a very real topic. I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Wendy.
No. You know what's interesting? Because I was able to work with the writer, TJ Ali. I want to shout him out.
Yes,
and we
absolutely.
started the project maybe like 2 years ago because, it was before so the strike shut us down, and then we had to do rewrites, and then we had to do more rewrites, and to really curate a script that was based on something that was real, that deep, dark web that we don't talk about,
Yep.
and then a fictitious, I want to call it a, what is that? The ride share
Uber, yeah.
that was abducting young ladies, and to really, have a message, but then to have the comedy, but then to have the action, but just to be relevant, and to be real and authentic was just something that we really wanted to do, and just to show powerful Black women that are smart, beautiful, educated, bold, ballsy, and doing something in this cyber world that you don't see.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about this movie too, you guys, is like Operation Aunties is a crypto crime dramedy. So you get a little bit of everything. You get the comedy. I was allowed to be led by Wendy to do a dramatic piece part in the thing, and
So well.
thank you. But people forget that that's where I came from. So to be able to do that too, it had a little bit of the whodunit. It has everything for everybody. But then you also see Black women being vulnerable. You see them being strong. You know, you see a little bit of intellectual
and love
and love
and love. We all need a little love.
Yeah, so you got a little
24 years.
You got a little bit of everything in there for everybody. It's a really good piece.
She told me 24 years. She asked me before we went live, how many years have I been married?
24.
24. Yeah.
Did you say only 24?
No, I just said 24.
Oh,
I
okay.
Said only because man, 2 is a lot these days.
2 is a lot.
Right.
Can I get 6 months, Dwight? Can I get 6
What was your run, Tisha? How long?
23 years.
23.
Married 26 or 27 together.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have to talk about that.
Wendy, what was
We gonna move on to the auntie.
I told you what I'm on.
Okay.
You don't want to talk about it? You ain't got to talk about it. I'm
that.
good,
You can say fuck that.
We have an asthma attack. Stop it.
Tisha, you can say fuck that. You can say it.
Thank you. Fuck that.
Let that shit go.
Fuck that.
Let that shit go.
Can we cuss?
There you go.
There you go.
So you know what's so crazy? This is how the set was working with this girl. Okay, this is how it was. It was like, guys. You know, we only got 2 hours.
We got 10 days.
We got 10 minutes to shoot this next scene. Stop it.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. And then they bring me in, and I'm the next one right there with them. And I'm like, okay, somebody pull me back. Yeah, okay.
It was fun.
That's real.
Y'all got something in common because
Oh
I'm
my
sitting there
gosh.
looking at Tisha, I'm looking at Wendy, I'm looking at Heather.
Uh-huh.
When the first time you got on? So Martin was the first.
It wasn't my first TV appearance, but it was my first coming out.
What year was that?
First?
My first was the new WKRP in Cincinnati.
What? Yes.
With Tim Reed?
No,
not
I
Tim.
said the new.
Oh, the new.
I said the new.
My bad.
Yeah,
My bad. I was like, you was around then?
I said the new.
Oh, okay. I was like,
With Michael T. Williamson.
Yes.
And he was my first, I played opposite of him, and he just really, he took me into his arms, and we all went out to lunch, and he just welcomed me.
Yeah.
So I had a wonderful experience getting into this.
Now Heather came on Real World in 92.
92.
Oh, wow.
First episode.
First season.
First season.
Reality.
TV star. The
TV
first
star.
ever.
Ever.
We just creasing. We ain't cracking.
We creasing.
No, we ain't
Yeah.
cracking.
I love the creases. I like to iron
You
them
look
out.
the same. I don't know what you talking
I like to
about.
iron them out every now
Know
and then.
that. Thank you.
First ever reality TV star.
Boom.
Now, I won't even
Right.
put just reality TV star. She was the standout star
That's right.
on that season. You know.
Crazy swag.
Gotta give it up.
Thank
Go
you.
back and
Nah,
look
fuck
at
that.
the
I'm
real.
The New
Right.
York season.
That's the very first one.
The very first reality show, the genre, whatever they call it. Yeah.
See, I didn't have cable back then.
Girl, me neither. I
I
wasn't
barely
watching.
got it now. I'm like,
Damn.
it's so high. I was like, really,
That's a
Spectrum? We
fact.
doing this? No,
That's
for
a
real.
fact.
Spectrum is
Couldn't
high.
even watch yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we weren't, being real, we wasn't watching MTV like that. We was watching Yo MTV Raps with Ed Love and
Right.
Dr. Dre when we could catch that. But we was
Absolutely.
really like Video Music Box and BET Babies.
Right, it was
Rap
Video
City.
Music Box.
Yeah, that was
Right.
it. Wasn't watching MTV.
Wasn't watching. So between the three of you, I'm just looking at the experience of these amazing Black women
Thank you,
who
Sway.
have sustained and thrived over the decades.
And we've seen some things.
We
We've
have
experienced.
Baby.
I know y'all have.
Seen some things.
And we're still joyful.
Mm-hmm. And
Somebody asked me recently. It was the kids. I was working on the Miss Pat show because
Yeah.
I've been stalking her. Like, when could I come play? When could I come play?
Right.
And she finally, they finally got me on the show. And I call them kids, but they're not kids. They're adults. They pulled me to the side and they were like, "How are you still so joyful and happy with everything that you've been through?" And I was like, that's God. There's no other way. Like, I choose to move forward. I don't look backward. You know what I mean? What you look at her for? What was that moment?
What?
You saw that.
What
Tisha, you look
happened?
so...
Yo, I be on my shit. Go.
What y'all don't know
Tune,
is
yo.
that every single Thursday we do a segment called Good News Thursday. And it started during the pandemic. And we have our citizens who listen to the show call up and give their testimony and what their good news is about. And today's topic was letting go and let God.
Yes.
And there are no coincidences.
Listen,
so
I
what
have
y'all-
never. Let me tell you something.
None.
I have never understood that until I went through my transition into being single, like, and you know, being a mom, a single mom, and everything. It was really one of those things where I would get on my knees and pray, and then I would go do the work. That's what I always heard I was supposed to do. There was a moment where I had to just let go and let God and put it all in his hands. And it was when I truly understood what faith was for the first time in my life. Like true faith.
Yeah.
Not try to do everything yourself. True faith. And that's when I started to find the joy in everything and have an appreciation for everything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to surrender.
That's it.
You surrender to it. And
But that, I saw that.
You saw that?
Yes.
It's like, it's no way she just said that. And you spoke
Wow.
about God earlier as well.
Oh,
Did you have that
absolutely.
moment at all?
You know, I feel like I'm having that moment
That's right.
every single day, you know, and passion sustains me. I stay, you know, not only true to my craft, but my family first. And, you know, God has always been like the true light in my life. So I think through that, that's what's helped me, because I've been in some dire situations in this business. People aren't kind.
They are.
Everybody ain't your friend, you know, and just remembering that little 7-year-old girl. I wasn't on TV, but I was doing plays in my backyard. And just, no, for real. But I was that. I was that girl.
Right.
And I still have that joy that I bring to everything. And it's like, let your light shine and don't let it dim. Because there are people that want to turn it down and don't give in to that, you know, because as I let my light shine, I unconsciously give others permission to do the same. That's my other mantra. But that's it.
When you got into directing, were there people that was trying to deter you from doing that?
You know what's so interesting? This is one of those are you a proven player kind of business.
Yeah.
So I do want to shout out BET. They let me direct my first movie that was called Who's Cheating Who, you know, and I had Cynthia Bailey. We're not here to talk about that. But going back to Operation Aunties, I didn't have any like real experience. I didn't have any, you know, because they want to say, well, show us what you have. Show us what you have. And all I just had my will, I had my passion, and I had my gift. And I've been directing theater all my life.
That's right.
That's where I come from.
I know. I was there.
And I was just really, I want to thank Brett and I want to thank Nikki at Allblk. They took a risk and they took a gamble and they gave me a script. I ain't gonna lie, I was intimidated as hell because I knew nothing about the crypto world.
I mean, all that
it's
verbiage,
so techie
child.
verbiage and this,
I'm
that,
glad
and the
I didn't
other.
have to say it.
Yeah.
But they paired me with a wonderful writer and executive producer, like I said, TJ Ali, and we dug. I mean, I had to go back to the roots. Okay, we're going back. We're going to do this research. We did everything.
And Wendy even had to go into the research for the dark web, and she had to go down that horrific
It was a
rabbit
lot.
hole.
It was a lot.
Oh,
Well, I didn't want to go to, but I just wanted to
Yeah.
see, is this real?
Yeah.
But it's real. I mean, you could buy body parts. You could buy a kid. You could buy whatever you want on the web. And that's what they were doing. They were selling these young girls.
Well, you hear that?
No,
Heather?
it's real. Don't go down it. But, you know, but it's very
But you
real.
just said you can buy body parts on the web,
No, you can.
on the dark web.
On the dark
I
web. It's
I
real.
did some research.
What'd you find?
In regards to Operation Aunties, it's a funny show, but it deals with but it deals with serious subject matter. So I found that black women make up 40% of people who have survived sex trafficking. Black youth comprise 51% of all prostitution arrests for those under 18, more than any other racial group. This is why I think this film is
it's
important,
very important.
right?
Those are some
Absolutely.
powerful statistics
Yes.
that we don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the trauma that it not only affects the victim, but it's everybody else. And I called it vigilantes. I came up with that.
Yeah.
It's not just Operation Aunties, but we're the vigilantes. We had to be vigilant to go in there. You know, I don't want to give too much of it away because you have to watch the movie July 11th. But we really, you know, took some, I want to say, courageous moves, some bold moves, and some daring moves to have an alter ego called the Wig Woman, you know. That's a whole other thing. And stop judging me. Okay, it's a curly one today. But,
Great.
but that was the alter ego.
Yeah.
And you'll get it. I hope I ain't saying too much because it's deep. It's a very poignant thing. And when I say we tackle so many things that are just not only relevant, but, it's going to make you think twice before you just hop into any ride share, so to speak. You know, and
people talk about don't drink the water when you're in a ride share situation. Don't just eat the candy that you just can't do that.
And you know what's so funny? Growing up, I'm a 70s baby. You know, it was like, don't get in a ride with strangers.
Absolutely.
And now that's
don't
all
hitchhike. We were hitchhiking back then.
That's the norm.
And now it's shifted so much where we don't even question it. And
Yeah.
it's like we get in these rides with these strangers and we don't know everybody's real intention. So be cognizant of that.
Absolutely.
Be mindful.
I want to ask you guys, as I look at you, it's so much history right here.
Yeah.
Shit, we got to
The
do
laugh
something
ain't
else.
changed.
This is cool for the morning show, but I feel like we got to sit down and do
We gotta
something
do
else
something.
with y'all. Because
Yeah.
I had a situation once, and I'm sitting there watching you, Wendy, and you do amazing work. You know, with those, what AGC did amazing work.
Thank you.
I met so many stars too, who kids were a part of AGC, who are friends to this day, who have come on the show because, and so I would use you to have some commonality with them. Hey man, you remember your kid used to do AGC, and then they'll open up to me because of it.
Been 28 years.
28 years.
Wow.
She's been teaching and
that's
gifted
amazing.
the arts to
Yeah.
children.
Thank you.
for
I mean,
28 years.
Issa Rae was like that little girl in the back that was just a little quiet one, was a sponge.
I remember
She
that.
was a sponge.
Issa Rae was there, Heather.
And then the full circle of it all, I played her mama on Insecure. And I get to the set, and boom, the locations manager is AGC, wardrobes AGC.
Oh, my
No,
gosh.
it's a pipeline. It's a
What?
I cannot describe
Oh,
AGC
Wendy,
and the
that's
loyalty
so-
and the camaraderie,
so
but the
sweet.
community that it is. It's just, it's beyond words.
That's
it really
so
is.
sweet.
It's very humbling.
Your words stick with me. And I'm curious too if there's someone who has given you words that have stuck with the two of you. For example, before I went to MTV, I was so hip hop out that I was anti-pop.
Wow.
I was swaying
I
tech,
remember
world
those
famous wake
days
up show.
in
You
the
remember them
90s?
days?
Yes. You couldn't be a sellout.
Yeah.
Right. I remember those days. Yeah.
And I was like fighting it. And then KRS-One, who was one of Heather's mentors, said to me, he quoted something. He said, Sway. I said, man, what do you think? Man, I want to go over to that shit. Man, it's fucking boy bands. And he said, I said, the industry's screwy, man. They don't focus on the right things. And he said, man, if by the time you're 18, you're not a part of a movement or organization that's against the system, then you have no heart. But Sway, by the time you're 25, if you're not a part of that same system, you have no brain. I went, shit.
Wow. That hit me.
Yeah, that's powerful.
I said, I'm going to take the job because I wanted to get in the system.
You had to get in the system in order to change the system.
system.
Shake it up.
You can't be on the outside looking in.
Of course.
Yeah.
Shout out to KRS.
He
Big
killed
facts.
me with
Yeah.
that.
Yo, that's
Wow.
beautiful.
That was a 25-year run.
It's hard to tell people how to play the game.
Yeah.
Get in but that is a more poetic way
Yeah.
to get somebody to understand how to play that.
Yeah.
Play in this game and still have integrity.
And still have integrity.
Yeah.
Never
I
been.
got to give flowers to Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs.
my
Marla
gosh.
Gibbs, yeah.
Man.
So when I graduated from
Wow.
Howard and,
Wow.
HBCUs, they will pump your head.
Hey,
You can do
you.
this. And I
Yeah.
couldn't get a job. I couldn't get anything. And so she had a performing arts school in Leimert Park.
That's right.
And she gave me my first job. I was teaching dance and I was teaching acting. And it was the last year. And she's like, I'm closing my doors and I am giving you the baton.
Wow.
And with that, it was like, I don't know nothing about no school. It was me and my best friend, Tracy Lamar Coley. He's gone on to heaven. But we took it on. We developed a curriculum. We found a space. We just put our heads and our hearts together. He's a Morehouse man, and I'm Howard girl. So all we knew was that, each one teach one, pull as you climb. And we did it. And here we are 28 years later. But I still...
We love Marla.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, we
and
do.
what's so crazy, her and my mom are born on the same day, same year.
Damn.
June 14th,
Her book is about to
1931.
come out, too,
Yeah.
guys.
Marla
Yeah.
Gibbs.
Yep, she
Yeah.
just did a memoir, so her book is about
Shout
to come
out.
out.
She
Marla
made an
Gibbs.
appearance
Marla
on
Gibbs.
Martin.
Marla
She
Gibbs.
did. She
Yeah.
made
Yeah,
an
she
appearance
did.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
She's still making appearances.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
dope.
she can still work. She still
Still
got
doing it.
everything. All of this is working just
Yeah.
fine, and she's been working.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
love her. She's also one of my mentors.
Okay.
Ambassador Shabazz is one of my mentors, who also happens to be Malcolm X's daughter. But she's an ambassador to Belize now.
Oh, wow.
She's always been my mentor since I was 15 years old. And then Melba Moore was always a mentor.
Shout out to
We love
Melba
some
Moore.
Melba Moore.
Yes.
Melba Moore is from Newark, New Jersey.
Yes.
So,
Pew, pew.
yes. So she was one of those that I met when I was like 9 years old, and she was my mentor. Like I could do this, be from Newark and be in the projects and
Yep.
still make it.
Yeah.
So she was one of my mentors. But the ultimate thing, to go back to your question, what was one of the things that was said to me was my grandmother used to say to me, Tisha, you got to be extraordinary in order to be considered average. And that always stuck with me. She was like, you got to be extraordinary. You're black. So you're going to have some disadvantages. You're going to have some extra hurdles. You're going to have to kick some doors in. So just know that. So you got to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Or at least try to be.
Wow.
So yeah, that stuck with me all my life.
Wow.
That's
and
dope.
you killed it
You
because
killing
when
it.
Tisha, when you was on, nobody was on.
No, that's so true.
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo. What the hell?
That's dope.
Yeah, I worked the kitty circuit, but I'm still a little bitter because I was never on Sesame Street.
Yo, they tried to hold
Still
you
a
back.
little bitter.
They tried to hold you
Okay, I
back.
was on
You didn't
Wonder
get the
Rama.
electric company, huh?
Yeah, I was
wanted
on
to be with
Wonder
Morgan
Rama. I
Freeman.
did I did all that.
Damn, they make
Kids are people too.
Wow.
Damn, you didn't meet Big Bird, yo?
I didn't meet Big Bird. I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter.
You know what's dope though? Like what gives me hope as a woman in this industry. I mean, when I see, and obviously everyone has had an impact, just being that little girl from Jersey watching television, and when you see a black woman, you're like, who's that? Who's that? And you're watching and reading Ebony and Jet and Essence and all the things. But when I see Jennifer Lewis, when I see Cheryl Lee Ralph, and I'm like, yo, they are doing it and crushing it and speaking
Felicia
up.
Rashad,
And
Debbie
Felicia
Allen.
Rashad, Debbie
Yeah.
Allen, like
Yeah.
when I see that and when I see them come together and hug and salute y'all and give, I see you, girl, keep doing, like that makes me happy and it gives me hope. And I think for me, coming up in this game as well, when I saw them doing that, it was like, wait a minute. This competition thing that we put in our head is so
Yeah.
stupid.
that's a made up
Because
thing.
right, if Wendy gets a project to direct and she's looking for actors,
And we were
and she
talking
could
the
call-
whole time. Look, I'm
Yeah.
crying. I'm getting ready to cry. But yeah, we were talking the whole time, and I was like, no, but go ahead.
No, but
I'm
that's
just
my
listening to what
point.
you're saying.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like if Wendy gets a job to direct and does well, then that allows the next sister to come through.
Absolutely.
And then Tisha gets this, and I could tell Tichina, and she can tell that,
That's
like,
right.
and Tasha Smith, and all, like
And Terry J.
J.
Vaughn
Vaughn and all
from
of that.
the
when
end as
they
well, yeah.
when one of my sisters win, I win.
Period.
Yeah.
And that's how we have always been brought up. Even, coming into this business, one of the first persons I met was Tichina Arnold at 11 and 12 years old. I walk into an audition. I'm supposed to be in competition. Everybody else is, I see this pretty little girl in the corner, and she's like, hey, yo! Yo, come over here! Come over here! Sit by me! And then we're just talking the whole time, getting on people's nerves. Waited for each other to finish each other's audition, and then went to get a slice, and we've been together ever since, supporting each other. And if we didn't know about an audition, one would call the other and go, yo, you heard about such and such? Crash my audition. So we'd go in there together, because if my sister got it, if I didn't get it, I wanted my sister to get it. So we was always like that.
Wow.
But
Dope.
it's not seen a lot, because there's so much darkness to this business.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there are those that are like-minded
That's-
individuals.
yeah.
That's why I never let y'all go, because we are like-minded individuals, and we want to make change. We want to affect people. We want to make people laugh. We want to entertain them. We want to make them think. We want to change mindsets.
Yes.
This is what artists are truly supposed to do.
Absolutely.
We talked
We are
about this.
activists.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're
Yeah.
activists, and right now there's a whole shift where people are trying to deter people from, we've always been artists, period. Like whether it was the Harlem Renaissance or Shakespeare, or even Boys in the Hood, we've always told them what the temperament of the people were.
This is true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And that's our job.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it in the past where there's a difference between being a celebrity and being an artist. For me, an artist is someone who understands they're here to serve others, right? But a celebrity feels like they need to be served. But they're going to learn that lesson whether they realize it or not. So have patience with them if you can, because they're going to learn a lesson.
They're going to learn today.
Eventually. Yeah. But a true artist is somebody who serves others. And that's why there's so much energy in this room, so much joy in this room, because I'm seeing y'all winning. I'm seeing her win.
Yeah.
And it just feels good.
It feels good,
From
Tisha.
the book of Tisha Campbell.
Tisha Campbell, Wendy Raquel Robinson,
chapters.
Operation Aunties, premiering this Friday.
Yes.
July 11th.
Tomorrow.
On AMC Network, streamer
That's tomorrow.
Allblk.
Yep.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this Operation Aunties, right? And so Vigilantes, right? And so we be having we be. And my grandmother was
We
there.
be clubbing. We be clubbing. We be doing a lot. We be doing a lot.
We be my grandmother rolling over right now. we have these conversations about, I'm unked out. No matter where I go. Unk. You my age. I'm your unk. How you calling me your unk?
Older. Some of them older than you.
They be the same age, and I be looking at them like, word, unk. Okay, but took me a while, right? Now I call myself
That's
unk.
right. I call myself auntie.
I'm
very, very proud to be an auntie, to be here this long. She has the most amazing definition of what an auntie is. So I got to. Yes, girl, you said it.
I did.
Cue.
Okay, go and go. No, but it's family. But now it's even shifting for me.
Okay.
Because what you said about KRS-One and how he impacted you, that's what unk is. That's what auntie is. The pouring into the next, the pouring into, and sometimes it's not even the next. It's right side by side. This is my sister, but at the same time, how he poured into you and that impact that you're still holding on to this day.
Yeah.
That is unk. That is longevity.
That's right.
That is wisdom.
Yep.
That is a blessing. That is an anointing on your life. It's a calling on your life. God didn't give you all of this just to hold it in, honey. You got to pass it through. So I'm proud, auntie. Yes, because
it's a respect thing. It's endearing.
It is.
It's a loving thing. Whether you the neighborhood auntie or unk. Or however they look at you, it's almost like saying you the goat of our community. And so it's reverence, and we don't mind taking care of.
It makes
it's
your
almost
chest
like
stand
saying
up.
you the what of our community? Say that again.
I said the goat.
Oh.
Yeah.
You feel different, Sway? You feel different?
Theo Sway. That's Spanish. That's unk in Spanish, Wendy.
Okay. You smart. I know you smart. I'm Tia.
Just to know if you knew that.
I'm the Tia.
No, but you know what I'm saying. It's like pouring back into others, and to me, it's a respect thing. I love being called auntie. I earned that.
Yeah, you did.
Big fact.
That's how I'm going with it. People put the negative connotation on it because it implies age.
Right.
But you should celebrate age.
Absolutely, because what's the opposite?
Death?
Birth?
What is?
What is the opposite of aging? Okay,
no, not age.
No, what?
Stop. Life.
It's death.
Death.
It's
Okay.
I'm good at games. I'm real. I'm not good at games. No, because I don't like speaking. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Words are powerful.
The power of words.
Well, okay, it's too early for games. But Starbucks didn't kick in. Damn it. Okay, stay with me. Hell, I've been up since 4:30. Okay, no. But what is? You know what I mean? So accepting that. It's a blessing to be seasoned.
Oh man.
You know what? To spread that out. I always say my seeds shall exceed me.
Yes.
You better preach.
Damn it.
Wendy got bars.
Wendy got bars. Throw a beat on.
Y'all ain't even heard my freestyle. I be trying to freestyle.
Good. She got bars, son.
We got a hyena up in here.
But if you think about it, but they should.
They should.
Your seed shall exceed you. You can't hold it in. For what? We got to water each other.
Gotta water each other, man. Let's go to these phone lines. 888-742-3345.
Yeah, we're live show. We're live.
Tisha Campbell said, "This is live. This is not. We live every day, Wendy.
Every day.
You want to know
All
where
the way live.
You want to know where to find us in the mornings?
Right here.
Right here.
Oh,
Monday through Friday, we'll be here.
Yep.
We got Charles from Virginia on the line. Charles, welcome to the show.
What up, Charles?
What up? What up?
If he don't turn his radio down. Hey,
Charles, what up? Hey, Charles, turn your radio down, and Kaya, turn the caller up for me.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Good morning, Sway, HB, Kalani, DB,
What up, baby?
Kaya, DJ, Tyler. What's up, y'all? Hey,
Roll
look,
call.
I wanted to ask Tisha. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorite movies, and I just found out how y'all made that plant sing and with the words to the song and stuff, how they slowed it down and all that stuff to make it match the words. And was that y'all's first movie, play, or whatever?
That was my first movie. I was 16 years old. And I don't know if it was Tichina's first movie or not, but it was my first movie.
Oh, I love it. I'd be watching it still to this day. Yeah.
Well, 40th anniversary.
That's all I wanted to ask y'all. And what about that Ellen Green girl? Is that her real voice?
No. She doesn't talk like that for real. She has a regular voice. He has a regular voice. But you know what? He's right.
Nice.
Most people don't know that, they didn't have special effects back then. So they had built the store for the Little Shop of Horrors on top of a basement that had 60 people moving each.
Wow.
Yes. What? Every single arm had 2 people on them, and somebody had a piece of this of this part of the plant's face and that part. So they were all orchestrating and moving together underneath. The thing's 40, 50 people.
I'm counting the budget on that.
Oh,
the budget.
Listen, that was Frank Oz too, from from the Muppets and all that stuff. Frank, great director, but that's what they did.
Hey, Charles, you're a citizen, brother.
Sway in the morning.
Okay, thank you, Charles. All right, you're welcome. Let's go to Vegas. Jay, what up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's popping in Vegas?
My family, Sway, Heather B.
What up, baby?
Let me just say this. This interview right now is going down in history as a top 5. You got a lot of interviews, Sway, but this one is in the top 5 just because these sisters are blessing the mic.
Yeah.
Wendy, I'm just going to say this real quick. I was on a detail. You do not remember this. There's no way. But I was on a security detail. You was at an award show in Vegas a few years ago, and we escorted you in the elevator, and you looked up.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
No. This is the G-rated version.
This is going to be a good story. I want to hear it. Be quiet.
Of course you want to hear it.
Come on. Tell it,
No.
Elevator.
G-rated. I was on a security detail. I walked you in. We was walking you where you needed to be, and you looked up. He said, "Oh, snap, the brothers? Oh, I'm good." And in my mind, hold on. I was geeking up. I was trying to not to geek up because in my mind, I'm like, "Hey, Miss Greer, Principal Greer." And as far as we locked it down. But no, and Tisha, I've been a crush on you. I've had a crush on Tisha since Rags to Riches. They don't know about Rags to Riches.
Oh, that was you that watched that. That was you and Sway.
Okay.
Only you two watch that show.
No, but Tisha,
oh my gosh.
Straight up, Sway, the only black chick on the show, we had to pay attention.
Hey, Jay, and then she had that beautiful smile, and she was just talented, right, Jay?
Oh gosh,
Tisha
right,
was a thing.
and bro,
still is. I mean, she's still a thing. Don't get me wrong, but we talk about young Tisha was like, when we saw Janet as Penny.
Oh yeah,
100%. 100%.
It was Todd Bridges for me.
Yeah.
And then she jumped to Charlene.
Then she made to be Charlene on a different world, right?
Different strokes.
Kim Fields, rolling on the roller skates. You were part of that category.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
I actually met you, Tisha, just with the activist part. I love the interview. I met you at a mosque in back in the day, but I just want to tell everybody right now, Tisha, you were a part.
It was in L.A., right? In L.A., right?
Yes, ma'am. 27. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I was
sir.
there. I was there.
She don't forget.
Yeah, and you were just so dope. You were just under. You. Yeah, no, I loved it. You were so cool with everybody, and I've always been a fan since I was like 13.
Thank
but
you so much.
I want to tell everybody
Thank
the
you,
most
sir.
underrated, the best underrated comedy scene that you were a part of was when you and Shireen was leaving the little projects, going to the house party, and that little boy was pouring that sugar. He
In
just
the
stood
Kool-Aid.
still pouring the sugar in the Kool-Aid,
Yes.
and you were like,
Shout out to
"Look at
A.J.
it, make
Johnson.
My teeth hurt."
Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh,
No, that was the best scene, the funniest scene.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all be good. Love the interview.
Okay.
Be good.
Okay, thank
Wow,
you, Jay.
thank you.
You're a citizen, Jay.
Wow.
Hey, they know what I'm about to do. Jay wrapped it.
You wrapped it up. Wendy, how long was the gap between the Steve Harvey Show and the game? Like, how long was that gap, and what did you do in between?
wow, thank you. I did Cedric the Entertainer show. That was a
right.
sketch comedy
Right,
show.
I remember
that
this
was
when
my
the
favorite show.
That was so dope, and
oh
I
my
think a lot of
God.
people didn't realize the reach that Ced had during that time. All of those, the lunch lady, this and
I
that. Like
love
I
Ced.
remember,
So
dope.
God
great.
bless Cedric the Entertainer,
that's
man.
my
He's an
family
amazing
for
person,
He's
man.
so
Yeah.
such a
Such
dope
great
guy.
people,
Yeah.
So then we did that, and then oh gosh, that's a great question.
When did you finish the year? Do you remember the year?
Yeah.
You
the
finished?
year we finished the
Steve Harvey
show? It was probably about 2004.
Yeah.
Mm,
that's about
okay.
About
Okay.
2004.
Yeah.
Then Cedric was quick. We did one season with
Season,
that.
yeah.
And then, the game took up almost 20 years, that whole span.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost 20
Wow.
years, off and on. We did 3 different networks. We went from CW to
The
BET
show that would not
to
die,
Paramount
honey.
Plus.
Too many-
What?
too
No,
much-
the show that blessed my life.
What I was going to
To
say
play
was
around. No,
that the
was
show that would not
insane.
die
It
because
was
of the talent that was
it
on
was
that show.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
don't die,
Tasha
we
Mack.
multiply.
Yeah,
We're going to
man.
keep going.
That's
But,
right.
yeah.
It was so
So
impactful.
crazy.
It was that, like, I remember the impact of the game.
Wow,
like, it's
thank
something that I
you.
think a lot of people
Mhm.
don't give enough credit to that show and the writing and the cast and your
Shout out to
impact
Marla Brock.
as
Marla Brock,
yep,
Akil,
and
my
Akil. And it
sister.
was just to see this woman and the thing that the stereotype was attached to momagers. Remember that whole thing, but like to see a black woman with her son and just go, it was so dope. It
Wow,
was so
thank
impactful.
you.
And I
Thank
just wondered,
you.
I was like, man, it was some time in between that.
It was
I
some
wonder
time,
how
but
she sustained.
What's so interesting? Just like I go back to that light, to the joy, to just having fun. In AGC, I was busy. Look, I ain't stopped.
Right.
But I'm trying to remember. And I did Grand Hotel. That was on
Yeah,
ABC
yeah,
with
yeah.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
So I did that. But it was just, you know what? I don't think about years, days, months. I try and stay as present as possible. Like right now, it's like, I can't tell you what I did yesterday, but I can tell you what I'm doing right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
And Tisha, for you, thank you, Wendy. And for
seriously.
you, did you have to, because I will always remember you with Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours and the scene, but did you have to audition then for Boomerang? Because I'm thinking, was it y'all's relationship?
Don't remember if I had to
wow.
because Reggie Hudlin had directed that.
Right.
I know that I wanted to audition for one of the bigger roles.
Yeah.
But he had already casted, so he had put me in that, and I didn't even think that I was gonna be. I didn't tell anybody I was in that movie because there were so many great comedians. I was like, my shit gonna end up on the editing room floor, and it was only 3 pages. But we were ad-libbing a lot, and so I was like, if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, so I told nobody. I even ran into Reggie on the Paramount line. He was like, we just screened it. Everybody loves you. I was like, thanks for keeping me in. Like,
You didn't think nothing of it?
So classic.
No, not until we went to like the premiere and Martin was sitting next to Diana Ross and all these people was there, and I was like, oh snap, this is big.
It's epic.
Yeah,
Baby.
And then I saw myself, and they kept all my scenes, and extended it and let my ad libs stay in there and
Throughout
stuff.
the movie.
Tisha
Yeah.
Campbell, come on, round of
Come on,
applause.
man.
Y'all-
Thank y'all for sharing.
Y'all do a little reference to Boomerang and
Oh,
Yeah.
they gotta watch it.
Oh,
yeah,
you gotta watch it. You gotta watch
I
it.
won't give it up. You gotta see the reference to Boomerang and Operation Aunties. Let me ask you this too, Tisha,
Yeah.
because I'm not even jesting all the things I say about you. I really is really how I feel. And so I feel like it's nothing you can't do. Having watched you for so long as a child with the training that you've had and the experience. And when I look at comedy, it's always, I know in the music business and radio, we've always behind the scenes extended ourselves to up and coming people, broadcasters, or some who work here now. This young man right here, PB, our videographer, somebody we help assist him get in position. When I look at what Cat Williams has done for Linnell, right, even and Monique, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, when I look at you and Finesse Mitchell.
That's my boy.
Finesse is my guy, man.
He's a dope dude. He's a dope dude.
He
took me under his wing.
Yeah.
And so for those who don't know, I'm on a comedy tour right now. I started doing stand-up.
Come on, I know. That's what I'm like,
I started doing stand-up, Heather.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's something that I've always feared. Because I couldn't get arrested doing comedy, y'all, back in the 90s. Like, there was this casting director was like, you need sitcom classes. And I was like, oh, where do I get those? She's like, there aren't any. So I couldn't get arrested. So I had to figure out what comedy was, right? So I used to go to all the comedy houses, Comedy Store, Comedy Act Theater back in the day. And I would just sit in the back with the comedians to try to figure out what comedy was. And once I saw that all the people that was getting deals, most of the men were telling their real story. So I realized it's a thin line between drama and comedy if you're telling your story, right? So, but I was sitting back there and I was like, oh, this is a cutthroat business. I've always wanted to do it, but I was scared. And all the comedians I ever worked with was like, you know how to tell a story. Get your butt up there. And I was like, no. Damon was like, go, go, go. But I finally wanted to, like, I knew during COVID isolation, I wanted to do everything that I ever wanted to do and make choices for myself. That was one of them. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And so it was actually a mistake. My boy D Nice, shout out to D Nice. He had a residency in Washington, D.C. One of the nights was a comedy night, and his host had fallen out. And he was like, since you're already going to be here, can you host? And I was like, sure. And then his people was like, yeah, and do 15 minutes before. And I was like, what?
Damn.
That's a long
But
time.
by the time,
Yes.
15
but
minutes.
by the time I got off, I had an agent, and I was on the road.
What?
Boom.
Then she put me together with Finesse Mitchell, who I always say auditioned me because we met at a coffee shop. He wanted to see if I was serious. And he was like, oh, you serious about this? I showed him everything, and he's been helping me, formulate all of my stories, and we've been on the road ever since.
That's dope.
But I'm getting ready to go out with Guy Tori in Plano. Yes. I'm going out with Guy Tori.
Can't stop, don't stop, won't stop.
Yes. So we'll be in Plano July 18th and 19th in Texas. Yeah, I've been on the road.
But what is that like?
dope.
Because comedy could be hit and miss. And you're
It
Tisha
is.
Campbell.
But sometimes your jokes will work. Sometimes you're going to bomb. But it pushes you. There's some kind of, it's a high you get out of being on stage. It's sort of like theater to a certain extent, but there's no screen between me and the audience. There's no camera between me and the audience. It's real. I'm trying to entertain them, trying to make their problems go away for about a half hour. And I get something out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We trading it off, and it's been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad that I'm doing
That's
this.
dope.
Do you still get nervous?
I get nervous with everything. I get nervous with your shit. I'm always nervous. I'm nervous doing this. But nobody would ever be able to tell that I'm ever nervous.
Right.
I just don't show it.
Yeah.
I'm always nervous.
Congratulations. That's
dope.
incredible.
Conquering that fear, though. Yeah.
But I think it's a learnable moment. It's a message in this, and maybe we could wrap with that, with conquering your fear.
Yeah.
Right? What advice would you give to those who want to be in entertainment? And you might want to be an actor, but you may end up being a producer, or you may be an AP, or you may be a comic.
I think you gotta do everything. I think when you walk into this business, especially now, because the things have changed. I've been through about six strikes in my life. I was in SAG when it was $500 to join.
That's like minimum wage from
Man.
the 70s.
Yes, that was a lot of money back then. You know what I mean? But what I could say about this business, and if you're trying to get into it, definitely go in there, do some theater or take a class. But for the most part, you got to take a writing class. You know, you have to write your own stuff. You never stand in line for, like, you don't like standing in line for the club. Don't stand in line for your career.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's
so produce, direct, write. I personally, we had this conversation. I'm not going to direct because it'll be my luck that I run into that one egotistical actor. Then Tisha Campbell's in jail. We don't want that.
Stay free, Tisha. Stay free.
That's it. I want to piggyback on that. Yeah. Ask yourself the question, do you love the art in yourself or yourself in the art?
Come on.
Because it goes back to passion. You know, and that's what's going to sustain you
because you're going to have a lot of no's.
You're going to have more no's than you're going to have yeses. And what is it that's going to propel you and keep you moving all the way through? So do something that you love. And even if it's not the acting, because now I'm directing and I love it. I'm not going to say more than acting, but it's a different high because I can act vicariously through every character.
Right.
I was like, ooh, okay. When I was working in their scenes, I was a little bit of Sharon, I was a little bit of Carol, and working with Tisha and all of them. So you're able to do it all, and bring it all together. So don't be limited in your ambition and what you want to do. Learn everything and have a respect for everybody. Hair, makeup, wardrobe,
That's
light,
right, because
sound.
it takes everybody to do this story as a storyteller.
Tell the story.
Yeah,
you
and respect every single person. You're not the end all be all
at all.
Don't understand that you're not here to be served. You're here to entertain. You're here to help people.
Yeah.
So if there's a craft service person or somebody picking up the garbage that day, if there's a PA bringing you a script.
True story.
Come on.
I was doing the Sinbad pilot years ago. Salma Hayek, everybody was on Sinbad pilot. So I needed to use the phone. We didn't have cell phones. So there's a stage phone on the wall and everything. It was a cute little PA. And I was like, girl, what you doing, answering the phones and this, that, and the other. She's like, I'm a writer. I said, okay. I saw her. I said, yes, you are. It was Marla Raquel.
Oh, my God.
Crazy. What? So treat
everybody, because you don't know who you're going to.
And not just because you don't know who it's going to be, but she was like, Wendy, you always saw me. Now, mind you, I auditioned for Girlfriends at least 27 times.
You know what, Wendy, get out.
I was like, damn it, I ain't going in for another Girlfriend audition. She was like, no.
That's how I was with the Cosby Show.
She saw me, though. And she... I was like, damn it, not another Girlfriend audition that I ain't gonna get. But she saw me, but you just do the work.
But the game was waiting for you, though. The game was waiting for you.
She had that in mind.
Yeah. What role did you audition for on the Cosby?
Many. So many. He would literally, I would come into the audition, he'd be like, you again? I'd be like, yeah, I am again. But I never got any roles. I auditioned for Lisa Bonet's role, too.
Wow.
I remember seeing Keisha Knight pull him at the audition. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, I auditioned for everything.
Wow. Damn.
Bit parts, never got in there.
Yeah. But you kept going back. You kept going.
Why not? You can't get jaded. You can't get bitter in this business.
Keep going.
You can't.
I would laugh with him when I was like, it's me again. Shit, I don't know.
Here we go.
And action.
Give them a round of applause. Tisha Campbell Wendy Raquel Robinson. Operation Aunties. Friday, tomorrow night. AMC Network streaming all black.
Let's go.
Wow.
We going.
This is dope.
And we in LA.
Let's make herstory.
Yes.
With this movie. I'm going to claim that. Yeah, because we haven't seen black women in this light.
Yes.
Smart, brilliant, bold, funny, and ballsy. So let's just watch it.
There you go. Herstory.
Herstory.
All right.
Yeah.
And now that we're in LA, y'all want to hang out?
Hell yeah.
Okay, we gonna do that.
We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
No.
We know.
Don't invite us. We come.
I don't have a lot of friends.
You'll have to be cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the 24 years.
See how I'm volunteering? No, we still live, Tisha.
Okay, we still live.
I can open the phone lines if you want me to.
And we live across the hall from each other.
He showed me the apartment.
And we live across the hall. And so, he's over there for dinner and breakfast and
gained
lunch.
15 pounds since we moved out here.
Wow.
No, I'm serious.
Good on you.
Thank you, Wendy. You see my shoulders.
Okay, come on.
You see my shoulders, Wendy. Come on.
Let's
Shoulders
hang
been
out.
here a long time. Love y'all. Give them a big round of applause. That concludes
Love
our show
y'all.
for today.
Love y'all. Wendy, Tisha, you already know, man.